So, how did you find this again?
I was thinking about how Chomsky seems to be a part of you, and how it's weird that so many of our enemies look like you.
Well, Shauna and Cave Sean started out as morphing grid variations of me, so that does make sense.
It's true, but Hunter and Doc Stranger look like you, and we ain't got any clue why for them. Right. So since you've been watching a lot of that Atop the Fourth Wall show, and something that happens in comic books a lot is alternate realities, other dimensions, I decided to see if I could scan some of them.
Did you find out anything about them?
Not exactly. It's really hard to tune in on many of them without some fine tuning, but I found one close to ours, and it's... well...
What?
Trust me, kid. You just gotta see this for yourself. Here, Bolts.
Hello there, good friends. I, of course, am the Hunter, and welcome to the first Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Hiatus video here on the Hunter Videos channel. As you well know, I am a connoisseur of fine weaponry, so what better way to start the hiatus
Hang
than
on
with
just a
look
second,
at the
pause
top
it.
10 Power Rangers
Okay.
individual weapons.
Did he say start the hiatus?
Yeah, he did. It could be on kind of a time delay, or maybe the hiatus just started later in his universe.
Oh well, just checking. Okay, go ahead.
As I was doing the research for this video, I realized that I can make a couple of more videos based on it. For one, some seasons of Power Rangers do not have individual weapons, so I realized that I can make a video on Team Sidearms at some point. Also, as I went through the list of seasons, I realized that I was probably going to be picking a lot of Auxiliary Rangers weapons, so it's probably fair for them to get their own video at some point. Also, I did the share the love thing again, so to speak. Since teams' weapons can share many common characteristics, a lot of the enticing parts of weapons can be shared by multiple weapons on a team, and therefore many of those weapons can end up on the list together. So instead, I picked my favorite single weapon from each season, and then picked my top 10 out of that list. Bloody ambulance. Let's start with the honorable mentions, shall we? Lightspeed Rescue's Pink Ranger got the Rescue Injector, which makes the list just on its name alone, beyond even imagining the weapons potential of a giant hypo spray. Captain America shows us the use of a shield as a weapon, so Zeo Ranger 1's Power Disc is a decent weapon of its own. The Megaforce Black Ranger's Snake Axe is an interesting combination of animal and weapon. And while it's just a basic sword, the road theme of RPM Ranger Red's Street Saber is a nice touch. Number 10, Dino Charge Red's T-Rex Smasher. I'm not usually big on brute force, but the T-Rex Smasher is definitely an exception. You can choose between a blunt force punch or a jagged bite with the teeth. And the colorful T-Rex head, the largest of the dinosaurs on the weapons, lends look to the function. Number 9, Dino Thunder Yellow's Terra Grips. To be honest, I just didn't jive really well with the look of the weapons on Dino Thunder. They just came off as kind of cheap looking, besides the Brachio Staff and the Drago Sword. But the Terra Grips, basically striking dagger-type weapons, were the best of the other three. I like dual weapons that you hold in each hand, the colors balanced well. Not bad. Number 8, MMPR Black's Power Axe. Oh no, MMPR is so low on the list, how could you possibly blah 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 blah. Unlike certain other reviewers, in certain possible theoretical other realities or something, I see no need to pay unneeded homage to nostalgia. But still, the Power Axe is a nice weapon, a strong, powerful axe on one side that turns to a blaster the other way. It's the basis of the Power Blaster, and it's easy to see why. Number 7, Wild Force Blue's Blue Shark Fighting Fins. Forgive the redundant mention of color, but these weapons make it worth doing so. Another dual-handed weapon, and what I like about them is holding them makes them almost like wrist-mounted blades. But unlike actual wrist-mounted blades, these can be spun around and change direction. Very nice. Number 6, Mystic Force Yellow's MAGISTAFF in crossbow mode. Some seasons have individual weapons, and some seasons just use the team's sidearms. Mystic Force was a weird hybrid of the two. The girls, even Udana really, kept their MAGISTAFFs in wand mode, but each of the boys got a secondary mode, and the best of those was Chip's crossbow mode. I personally love crossbows, the arrow firing of a bow and arrow combined with the near-automatic nature of a gun. And this one fires bolts of lightning, a very worthy addition to the list. Number 5, Ninja Storm Blue's Sonic Fin. I've always had sort of a weakness for this weapon just for seeming so ridiculous. Swords, guns, staffs, we've all seen those before. This is a dolphin-themed megaphone. Now, it's still a very effective weapon, as sound can be physically imposing and even painful depending on the frequencies. It's just a fun, weird little weapon, and as you'll see going forward, that's what I like. Number 4, Operation Overdrive Blue's Drive VORTEX. Third Blue Ranger weapon on the list. Interesting. And this time, instead of a megaphone, we have a giant hairdryer. But to be fair, an awesome one. The Drive VORTEX is a versatile weapon. Blow enemies away, suck them in, push yourself up, drive yourself back down. And heck, it's big enough to be used as a club, worst to worst. Number 3, Turbo Yellow's Star Chargers. Turbo was another season where the weapons didn't exactly grab me, and in fact, I don't even remember them being used all that much. But looking back, the Star Chargers are pretty neat. Twin knuckle grips that are electrified. How cool is that? Punching things with not just brass knuckles, but electrified brass knuckles. Alright, let's take a look at the list so far before we shoot down the final 2. The T-Rex Smasher punches onto the list at number 10. The Terror Grips keep a hold on the number 9 spot. Slicing and Blasting, the Power Axe is number 8. The Blue Shock Fighting Fins have 2 hands on the number 7 spot. The Magic Crossbow strikes like lightning at number 6. Can you hear the Sonic Fin yelling number 5? The Drive VORTEX flies up to number 4. And the number 3 spot is Electric for the Star Chargers. I know that I specialize in guns, but my taste for unique weaponry got the better of me this week, as we have 2 melee weapons in the final 2, and from 2 seasons that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Because of that, let's just leap right in. Number 2, Jungle Fury Blue and Bat's Jungle Fan. I have always found the fan style of fighting to be intriguing, and a fan made of knives makes it all the more so. To clarify for those of you unfamiliar with Jungle Fury, the Jungle Fan was a secondary weapon earned by the Blue Ranger after training with Master Swoop. Later, when Master Swoop's spirit was channeled into the Bat Ranger, he used it as his primary weapon, with the 2 of them able to summon it at the same time. Cool down with sharp steel. Number 1. Samurai Yellow's Earth Slicer. This one took the top spot for how unique it is. A triangular 3-bladed style weapon that can be used either in melee or thrown for a spinning blade attack. And while it doesn't quite fit an Earth theme on its face, it's the name that ties it together. Earth Slicer, a weapon with blades so sharp they can cut the very earth. I want one. And it's number 1.
This was a popular topic, though that may have been due to 3 videos asking for votes on it. 24 votes were cast, and 16 different weapons received votes. Technically, 12 of those weapons came in 3rd place, receiving 1 vote each. So hey, if you voted for something that's not number 2 or number 1, it placed 3rd. Tied for 2nd with 2 votes each were SPD Red's Delta Blasters, MMPR Red's Power Sword, and Dino Thunder Red's Shield of Triumph. But there was a clear runaway at number 1, running straight through Zordon's tube. Your pick for best individual core weapon was In Space Red's Spiral Saber. Thanks for voting! This week's channel shoutout goes to John Sidney, who has gifted it over to C. Douglas90, aka Brother Doug. He reviews Power Rangers and other pop culture properties, so give him a look.
Well, that is going to wrap things up for this week. There are no bloopers, of course, because I'm far too good at this. So, I will see you all next time. Certainly think I'm better.
I don't know, kid. His list was good, at least.
That's true, it was a good list. Oh well, you guys ready to get to work?
Sure thing. I'll go grab the camera.
Make sure to tune in next week because it should be a fun video. I need you guys to tell me all the... and I will make a list. So tune in next time for that because this video's gonna hit with a boom.
Computer, pause holographic simulator.
So, did it work?
So it would seem. They spent the entire time watching my video, and I wasn't detected while I was snooping around. That little robotic fool wouldn't know a different universe from a different color. He is getting close to getting that scanner to work, though.
I'm guessing you found it then?
Little did they know that so valuable a relic was right under their noses.
Excellent. We grow closer and closer to ending that reviewer's annoying little show once and for all.
There are no bloopers, of course, because I'm far too good at this.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hello, wait. Hey! So I realized that I can make a video on team sidearms at some point. Also, I did this last week and I'm doing it again for some reason. I don't know why the chicken dance. For what? Also, I did the spread the love thing again, so to speak. A lot of the weapons for various teams could... A lot of the weapons on a single team can carry over... Dagnabbit, what am I trying to say? So, enticing parts of a weapon can carry over... Parts. Captain America shows us that this... Knew I was going to screw that up. Besides, of course, the Drago Sword and the Brachio Staff. But the PTERA grips... Those aren't nice. Now, it's a very effective weapon. Sound can be... Turbo is another season where the weapons didn't exactly grab me, and in fact, I don't remember them being used all that much. So it would seem, they spent the entire time watching my video, and yeah.